Hello, welcome to Muthu DevHub. Thank you very much for your great support and for asking interesting questions in the comments. I really appreciate it. In this video, we will learn a common beginner mistake, mismatch between JSON property names and C# model property names. If names don't match, data may not bind correctly and your API may receive null values. Don't worry at all. We will explain this in a very simple way and show how to fix it. Expanding to the API products, this JSON structure should be mapped against the product class. This is the model class. It should be matched. For example, we have ID, this ID. So this ID will map against this ID. Also name in this JSON request. Similarly, we have price, description, description. So perfectly matching now. Now we are going to trigger a JSON request. I put student ID. Instead of ID, I put student ID. I submit some data. Okay, you can see where is the issue. We have some different property which is here student ID, but this student ID does not exist in this product model class. Now I am going to execute the application. If I execute, whether program will work or not, please provide a comment. Okay, great. Now I am going to execute. Mouse over to the product object. See here we have description which is correct. We have name, price, and we have relevant data. What do you enter? In the model object, we don't have student ID because we have ID only. We don't have student ID. So what is happening here? This ID becomes 0. Rest of the fields are valid one. What we entered, Nokia, description is Nokia phone. We can see Nokia phone. Name is Nokia. We have name Nokia. And the price is 200. We can also see same field name, which is exactly fine, except the ID. As a result, we are seeing 0 for the ID. All good. I will proceed. I press F11 or F10. Now ID is 0. I press F10 or F11. See, we have ID 0 now. So this 67 does not recognize in our backend logic. You got it? So we always ensure that the fields, what you enter the fields should match against your model class. There are two possible ways to fix the name mismatch. Let's run the application, expand the post endpoint, press try it out. Option 1 for the fix, obviously the student ID does not exist in the model class. We can change the JSON property name according to the C# model property name. So what we can do, we can enter ID. Now you will execute, mouse over to the product, expand it. See here, we are receiving the value 67 successfully. What is happening? ID from the JSON and ID from the C# model matched. As a result, the mapping done automatically. Now we will continue. F10, F10, press continue. See, the data added successfully with the valid information. Great. Now we will go for a second option, which is very, very important in the real-time project. Now, in the real-time environment, what will happen? You cannot anticipate all the JSON properties must match against the C# model. It won't be expected. The reason is in the client applications, there may be some different formats. For example, they can put product ID on their end. But in our C# model, we have only ID. We cannot force to the front-end application developers, hey, we are expecting ID in our API. Can you please change ID in your end? Something like that, so that our API can run successfully. You can't say like that because in their front-end applications, they will have some structures. We cannot force them to change the attribute accordingly. In this case, what supposed to do without changing any properties in our model, simply we can use one attribute JSON property name. This is very useful feature in ASP.NET Core. What is happening here? I provide the JSON property. What we are going to expect from the request body. So this product ID, we are going to map with the ID model property in our backend logic. So what is the future of this? We are not going to force to the front-end developers of React or Angular, hey, please change from product ID to ID. We should not force them to change. In our API side also, we have some proper naming conventions. So we also do not change the model according to the JSON, and similarly front-end developers also should not change according to our API contract. With the help of JSON property name attribute, we achieve this fix. Now you may have some other questions similar to the product ID. In the front-end applications, I am sending like this product name. What can we do? With the help of JSON property name, now we are mapping this product name with the C# model property. The C# will automatically understand this name property will expect as product name from this request body. Great. Now, are we ready to run our application? Now I am going to provide some input. Product ID something 100. Product name testing price 2000. Test product. Great. Now I am going to execute the application. You may see some magic. Please take note of it. We are sending 100 as product ID and a testing product as product name. Now I am going to execute. See what is a magic happening when the request processing and while converting into a product object, it will automatically consider our C# model properties, which is a very magic thing here, right? How the magic happen? With help of JSON property name. We already defined this product ID map with the ID in our C# model. Similarly, we also mention product name should map with this C# model, which is name. Great. Okay. I will continue to execute. Press continue. Awesome. See another magic. After processing the request, when we come to the client application means, for example, Swagger is one of our client tool. So when come to the client side, the API response shows as JSON property name, which is JSON property name, product ID, product name. See what is a nice feature in ASP.NET Core. When you are processing the request, at that time, the input handled as actual C# model property. Then during the response, you can see our result as a JSON property. What a wonderful feature. How this magic happened? With help of JSON property name. I hope now you understood when you have mismatch property, how to fix the issue. When you are working in the real-time project, this JSON property name always will be very helpful. Hope you understood. In summary, what is JSON property name attribute? The JSON property name attribute tells to C#, hey C#, I am using the product ID JSON property to map with the C# model property. This product ID comes from the request body. If you have any further questions relevant to this or any other .NET topic, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment. I will explain in the upcoming video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Goodbye. Cheers.